Hey guys, welcome. We have a special show today called Wing Dynasty, and we have wings that we really wanted to show you guys, and also we'll be talking about spooky stories. We'll go ahead and start this way, and then we'll introduce everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Now.
I'm Lizzie.
Hi, what up, Peng?
And then Fu.
I'm Lily.
I'm Jae.
Fue version 2.
So I guess to start off, Lil and I made some wings, and it's a special wing. So I guess everybody please take the first one and just bite into it and see what you guys think of how it is. Okay, here it goes. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it needs more powder.
A lot more part for me. Just it will. That's not bad.
That's good. Agree. It needs more powder. It does need more powder.
I would not have been gentle with the powder. I would have just,
I was trying to be considerate of people's spice levels. I won't sure. But the powder.
Okay, so we'll talk and we'll eat. So today we'll be talking about spooky stories, or for the month of October. I was gonna say Halloween. We'll start with white noise. There's a lot of people that like to listen to white noise while they're sleeping. I've heard the craziest one is people sleeping to white noise where there are people entering like busy train stations and stuff like that. Scary or not scary?
No, not scary.
Really?
I thought you're the only one who thinks white noise is scary.
White noise is scary. Like, how can you sleep to thunder? And then
Like raindrops.
yeah. And then there's the one I just told you guys about, and then there's also ones where they're shuffling, like foot shuffle on the ground, like this.
Yep.
No, that is scary.
Oh, I thought you were talking about white noise at the.
Oh, I thought they're considered white noise, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So different kinds of white noise.
That's the white noise that paranormal investigators use to like
Catch people?
catch voices and stuff like that.
No.
I thought you were talking about that white noise.
So yeah, that's quite white noise that I get really I don't like to listen to because I think it's very spooky.
That's what you think is scary?
Yeah, that's what I think. It's very
What's your worst fear? What's everybody's worst fear here?
Clowns.
Oh, no. We're creepy.
I hate clowns.
Did you hear the new theory that clouds are like just the what is it, like a invisibility cloak for UFOs? Yes.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, where it's like there's UFOs in the sky, but it's actually like basically just the way the clouds are basically just the way that the UFOs hide themselves.
That's a clown. Not
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
So clouds.
Who's scared of
CLOUDS. Oh, clouds. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
what kind of clown is disguising themselves as a guy? It was like, what theory is this? It right?
No.
Was that in a movie though?
Yeah, I think there is a alien clown movie. Killer clown space something.
Whoa, this kimchi is spicy.
Oh, kimchi.
It's solo.
Yeah, it's really good. It burns. I got like 10 minutes later, you guys will see me sweating like
Oh, really?
buckets.
I feel like mung pepper is spicier than the kimchi.
Depends on how many pepper you put in.
Yeah, because first time my girlfriend took me to try mung pepper burger at Blueprint, I was like sweating in the middle of the food court.
Dirt went to Blueprint and got some pepper. Hey, can we get some?
Yeah, right? There's okay, so at Momtown there used to be a lady. She sold lao pepper, and this is like the spiciest thing ever. But it was like so good. It was like sticky pepper because it's lao pepper, so it's like very sticky, and then just like it's very spicy, and it's just oh man, it's salty, spicy, and then I guess you can put a little bit of like lime on it. Oh man, it's so good.
Okay, but Fu's family, they don't eat a lot of spice. It's not really spicy, so his version of like very, very spicy is not.
Not
It's probably like a medium spicy.
okay. I was gonna say it's like, I think we can all handle spice pretty well. That makes sense.
Do you guys have any personal stories that happened to you guys? Are you paranormal or seeing things?
when I was a little kid, I was on like a bunk bed, and I would always keep the door open. And like 3 a.m, I saw a man in my hallway.
Yo.
Standing across he's like, no one in my family is like super, super tall, but I saw this like 6'4" skinny man standing in my hallway looking at me, and he was like smoking a pipe,
Damn.
and it was like a Chinese guy. And then I told my mom about it, and she told me the owner of the house that died before was like a tall Chinese guy. She showed me a picture.
And that was him.
Maybe, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I assume. So
Okay, so that brings a question. Do you guys sleep with your doors open to your main hallway or doors closed?
It's close. Straight up.
mine's closed now. After that,
Over?
Dog, it's because of the dogs. They protect.
I'm open to because
Yeah.
I have cats.
My friend
Open or closed depends.
Yeah, my friend has cats too, and she used to keep her door open, but then her dog, not her dog, her cat, always like around 4 a.m. always wakes her up so that it can get petted. Yeah, and so she got annoyed, so she closed the door.
Well, for me, I have my door closed for supernatural purposes, not just for like privacy or not privacy.
Are you sensitive to like?
I am sensitive, but I'm not sensitive as Peng and Peng way more sensitive than me.
Like the hair on your neck raises, Peng?
Yeah. Like there's times where if I go somewhere that I'm not too familiar, let's say like when I go fishing, right? And then my brother does like to like wander off. I'll go to a spot and then I look at it. If I just stand there and my hair goes up and I'm like, nah, and then I walk back. But he's looking so strange.
He's like, nah, but then that person's sitting on his shoulders, playing with his hair.
That is so scary.
What? Like that movie, right?
You'll have to shutter.
Yeah, bro.
We should talk about our sensitive level because some people they're more sensitive than others. Like for me, like I think I have to like mess up or like did something wrong, and then I can start seeing or something will fall.
Okay, hold on. Before we answer that kind of question, I want to ask: do you guys sleep in front of a mirror or no?
No,
No, technically yes.
really?
Like if your closet has mirrors.
I turn around or I felt like alright. I don't.
Because hotels that we go to,
Well, yeah, we hate
there's a
hotel. There's like a mirror right.
and we have to either cover it or just make sure we don't look at it.
Was anyone in a hotel for that? I think it's just over just movies or something, or like or
It's all in theirs.
I don't know. Yeah, don't want to.
They say that like mirrors are like portals to other. I don't know.
Even in the American lores too.
Even TVs like
well,
TV is
I don't know. For me, when I grew up, me and my niece and my sister, we did Bloody Mary, so that kind of freaked us out.
Okay, so now to answer Fu's question, sensitivity levels, right?
Yeah.
I think I am not crazy sensitive, but my wife's face says otherwise.
Oh yeah.
he's more sensitive than me because sometimes like we'll go places and he'll be like, hey, can you go with me? Can you go with me? And for me, like he usually doesn't ask me to go with him places. But when he starts asking me that, I'm just like, oh, you probably are feeling something or like see something or hear something. He hears things a lot. And he's like, what did you say? I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're saying. For me, I'm like not sensitive at all. Like I won't hear anything. I won't feel anything until like when he starts telling me like, dude, don't you feel there's something wrong? I'm like, nope.
So you had as you grew up, you always hear things that's not really there.
I don't know about if it was like him growing up.
I never thought about it like this. I always just thought of more like you're walking and somebody says your name and you say, hey, yeah. And you're like, ooh, you're just
Look at sir, bro. You should never ask.
Me, as I grew up, I learned that if somebody that's actually alive is calling me, they gotta call my name at least like 2-3 times for me to like answer. Cause I have incidents where something like call my name, and we can do those stories too later. But yeah, it's not fun when you hear those sounds or someone's calling you that they're not really there. Yeah.
I'm not that sensitive, I feel like. When I was a child, I think I was way more sensitive. So I don't know if that's the same for you, that when you were really little, if you felt like things might use.
There's that thing where like I-10 or something, or like kids that don't have lost their first tooth yet would still see the undead.
good thing you brought up I-10. Best horror comedy movie of all times. Have you seen I-10?
I-10?
Who is all?
Yes, it is.
He was obsidian.
I-10.
Yeah.
Where they're dancing and they're
Oh no, I just remember sitting on the corner
Yeah,
of the street, and then with the bowls, and then they're like they had to,
Yeah, no, I hit it. Yeah, I remember that.
and then the guy takes his chopsticks because his bro boat, and he's like this.
I remember that.
Best movie ever. I mean, I would say the best horror movie ever. Comedy movie, actually.
Ever since I started talking to Fu or like dating Fu or marry Fu, I've never gone out to watch a scary movie because he hates watching scary movies. He just doesn't like it. For me, like I used to watch them all the time. Like when I was younger, I would just lock myself in a room, make it really dark, put on a blanket, and just like watch all the scary movies.
Hong Kong videos.
Hong Kong videos?
That the renting store by the corner.
Oh, wait, which one?
It's like right next to Golden Harvest.
It was super old back then. Like, it was like right across the street from Golden Harvest. I think they became like, was it Metro something like that? Yeah, to PC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the more people like we get their scary movies. They're like,
Oh, I know.
I didn't know that. I just watched them online.
ooh,
Dude, these wings are so good.
Yeah. Jay, you have a sensitive level?
I think I'm actually really sensitive, but I'm desensitized to it. Like,
Oh, you don't bother you anymore?
I was always told not to respond to anything or like not to pay any attention. So like when I first started my job like 2.5 years ago, like, this warehouse is haunted. And I was like, okay, oh, whatever. But then now like doors will fly open, or like there was 3 boxes that flew off the shelf. Not like they fell off the shelf. It's right by my shelf. They were like, it's not like they were on the edge of it. They're just on the shelf. Just flew on the floor. And at this point, if no one else sees it, usually like if I'm with my coworker, I'll be like, do you see that? But I'm by myself back there a lot, and so I'll just be like,
Must have been a win.
yeah. That's a fun straw. Is it?
Kills me out. I didn't know that my phone was that powerful.
yeah. The one time that tripped me up though was we have these like red carts that we put boxes on, and I thought I saw my coworker by there. I look away, I didn't see him, so I was calling his name, and I was like, yo, are you there? No one respond. So I went around into another room that had a glass door, and I called his name in there, and I didn't see anyone. But then when I looked at this door, there was someone behind me in the reflection.
Oh,
And then so I ran out of there, and then the coworker I was looking for was walking from the other side of the building.
I want to be. I quit. I think you fell for its trap. That's like sometimes how they get you. They purposely set you up like that.
They sit on your shoulders wherever you go, and they make sure you're.
Maybe that's why your shoulder hurts all the time.
I guess that funny thing is, okay, so there was a time when I was like telling Lily that my shoulders hurt, and she was like, bitch, get off here. And then like, woo, and then like, that's what she did.
That was funny.
But
Did you feel a sense of relief?
He just laughed it off. I think his shoulder still hurts.
You just made it angry. Yep.
yeah, I just made it super angry, right?
I think if I had worked there, I wouldn't last long. There's no way. I ain't gonna last long. I've been that stab that I had. So
I would have quit.
Wait, so are you meant to be the one?
My coworker says that, but I don't think so. Cause that's a baby.
yeah, but the process of that, they choose you. So
Yeah.
they won't leave you alone, and you'll get sick too.
Yeah,
Like you get very sick.
Oh, do you get sick?
I get sick a lot.
We're not that sick.
Well, not to the point where I'm dying and shit. But well, me as a baby, like I was like really sick as a baby and almost died.
Okay.
So I have a cousin Michael that they did Hooply, that's Jingle Bells, I guess. For people who don't know, like a spiritual thing to like fix me. So my cousin Michael is basically like a half brother, and that's how I got like better, I guess. Well, I guess I'm pretty sure you guys heard about the stories where if you have near-death experience, you see and you're more sensitive to the paranormal world, I guess.
Yeah. That reminds me of word death. When I was little, I would lay in my parents' bed, and there was this one time where I just kept thinking, "What is death? What is it? How does it feel like? Just what is it?" And right as I was about to fall asleep, thinking about death, something hit me right in the face. like wake up, like those pop up,
Yeah.
it's like wake up, and I was like whoa, and then that's the only thing I can remember about that, and then I went back to sleep.
You still remember it though.
Yeah, which is kind of scary. So it's like, I guess don't go searching for things.
Yeah.
Right. That that could lead to crazy things.
I have a story. When I was freshman in high school, or I think it was high school. Me and my best friend, she's still my best friend. We had Upper Bound together. Have you guys heard of Upper Bound?
Yeah, we went there.
You went there?
What school did you go to?
I went to Washington, but then our Upper Bound was in River Falls.
Paul. Okay. I don't think I forgot where I went for Upper Bound, but I went there too.
Yeah, ours was in River Falls. So every summer, like they take all the kids who are in Upper Bound and we go and stay at the college, and then we kind of take college courses or like experience what college would be like, basically. And we would sleep in their dorms. And so me and my best friend, we slept in one dorm room together. We shared the room. And I think we were planning for the talent show at the end of that semester. And she went into the community room first. She brought her laptop and everything. And I was like, okay, I'll come right after I'm done. I was doing something, I don't remember. But she went into the room first. And then I went and I knocked on the door. I was like, open up. And then I was like, oh, shoot. The community room is on the other side. She opened the door and was like, oh, it's over here. I was like, oh, okay. And so we went in, we were planning. And then her laptop was about to die. So she was like, I have to go and get my laptop charger. And so she went to go get the charger. And the next thing you know, someone's knocking from the room on the other side. And I don't know whose room it was. So somebody was knocking on the room from the other side. And I was like, oh, come in or something like that. And then nobody came in. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then my friend, she came back in and we were doing everything. And then one of our friends who so happened to walk by, she looked at me kind of weird. And then I think this was still like at the beginning of the trip. And then finally, like everything wrapped up. Nothing happened. Everything wrapped up. And then finally it was like the last day of Upward Bound or something like that. And then the friend, she came up to me and was like, hey, remember when you knocked at on that door like during the beginning of Upward Bound? And I was like, yeah. I was like, nobody was in that room because somebody suicided in that room. Somebody unalived themselves in that room. And I was like, what? I heard somebody knocking from inside that room because they were like through the wall. And I was like, oh, maybe it's from the door, but it's just through the wall. I was like, oh, dang, that was scary. But anyways, she didn't tell me until the end of Upper Bound. So I was like,
she didn't want to freak you out.
Yeah, she did it. She was like she looked at me like really weird too. I was like, what's going on? Like, why are you looking at me so?
That's what you're supposed to do, man.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, dang, that was kind of crazy. Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Has anybody experienced anything following them before? No. Good. Well, we have.
Yes, we did.
Right? But I want to hear anybody here for
Follow home or follow you around outside, like at Taco Bell?
You know what? That's the thing I'm trying to get to, but I'm saying big guys though.
Okay, so so this is more of just a me thing, and I don't think anybody follows me. It's just more of getting home as fast as possible. So when Lily and I was dating, I used to road bike everywhere.
Okay.
Like racing bikes. I used to just bike everywhere. So yeah, no, it doesn't look like it, right, guys? But I used to racing bike everywhere. So the funnest time was to ride at night, because when you have your earbuds in and you're riding fast and all you can hear is the wind rustling or going past your ear, you feel like something's chasing you, and you can't stop. You just can't stop, because the minute you stop, you're dead. So you just gotta keep going and going. It was a brutal route for me because she used to live on the Western and Front, by Moncton.
Okay.
And then what I would do is I would bike home. So I would take Front all the way to Front or Maryland, one of those two, all the way to Como Lake. And then I'll take that, the scenic drive all the way till we hit Lexington, and then take Lexington North all the way to Larpenteur. And then make a left at Larpenteur. Take Larpenteur west all the way into Cleveland. But then you would just feel like just something just coming after you when you're just riding through the night. Like 12 in the morning, you're just riding fast. Just like going like fast. Yeah, I would, But that's that's the only way you can get skinny, right? Yeah, something's chasing you.
But the only way I saw that just bike in the morning or bike it was the light.
Yeah, but nighttime is fun because then there's freedom. There's no cars. Everybody's sleeping. If you have an accident, no one's gonna never know. I mean, like accident, like like a silly accident. You hit a curb on accident, and you do like a triple front flip.
I thought actually like you fell down the hill and no one can see you because you're off the path now. And you got a broken leg.
You look at it as very positively. I'm like,
Now,
dude.
I think the minute you start like thinking about it like being scary, that's when it like you start freaking out. Yeah, you gotta be as positive as possible.
Yeah, you hear like a branch snap. It's probably a squirrel, but it's like, oh, yeah.
It's there. Who's following me?
Yeah, right.
I see a girl at the side of the road and her head's bleeding. It's like, are you okay? You need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
She got me.
Do you want me to call you an Uber? Just stay right there, okay? And you just bike away. So.
What's that story about you're talking about?
Yes. Oh wait.
So this is what I was gonna get to, like why there's different sensitive level. So I'm not sure how much I want to tell. I know you guys probably want to tell your part, but I guess I just tell my part. Okay.
Oh wait. So this story deals with you. Yeah.
Oh, so that night we were at my buddy's house and we're planning to like leave that night, and then we went to Taco Bell to go eat here in Taco Bell, and then my other buddy, I got he sensitive too. He felt like there's a finger that's on his neck, and then it kind of like pulled his clothes, and he's like he kind of freaked out, and then he told us, and they were like, all right, we got a dip, and then when we left, these guys heard some stuff, but I didn't know. So I was like, all right, before we go back to my buddy's house, we cannot go back directly there because whatever it is, follow us to Taco Bell. So I went into the
There's a liquor store, right? No, there's a liquor store.
No, it's a gas station.
Gas station.
It's a gas station, yeah.
So then I'm like, hey, we're home. All right, you stay here. We'll come back later. I never went back to that gas station, by the way. Till this day, I still haven't gone back. And then they heard stuff, but I didn't hear anything. That's why I know that there was a different part, like a sensitive level to like, and these guys can tell you what they heard. But to me, to this day, I'd never heard anything, but they said, and there was a dog barking too. And then when we got back to my buddy's basement, so I was like, so I heard a dog barking. Was it louder than that or was it really quiet? And then these guys can kind of tell what they heard.
Yeah. What going off of what he said, we were walking back to the house, and then there was a dog barking pretty freaking loud, like for no freaking reason. And then it sounded like there was an owl. Whoa. Like, whoo, whoo. Yeah, but then it wasn't an owl. It was like a lady crying, but it sounded like an owl, but it wasn't an owl, but it sounded more like a lady crying. Like, I heard it, like, over the dog barking. And then, like, I stopped. I was like, what the hell is that sound that I am hearing? And then I was like, oh man, that's not an owl, dude. That is something else. Like, it was like a lady. It was like almost like a mix with an owl and a lady crying at the same time.
If I can remember, I think we sprinted right after we heard it.
No, we walked faster. Yeah.
I think sprinting makes it worse.
Yeah. Well,
In my experience.
my theory was that since we kind of tricked it that the gas station was the house, and it was probably just pissed. Like,
It was mad or pissed.
No, that is remember the OGs always tell
I was doing it after though.
Yeah, after the gas station.
Oh,
cause
So we told it. So when we went, Fue did that, and then I wandered off to the back, and I said the same thing too, because I knew what was going
my
on.
buddy feel bad, like, you know what? We can't just leave the ghost of this worker here, so we're just behind the Snicker bar. It's like, I mean, he's not gonna change the fact it was somebody, you know.
It was a pretty big group of us too, so it was a group of guys, going into a store and then just to leave. That
you're
like weird.
We're like, dude, we're not leaving tonight because whatever is out there is waiting for that. Yeah.
We ended up staying overnight. Yeah, it was weird. It was like a whoo. It was you heard a whoo. I was so freaked out. I was like, am I hearing that right now? I stopped and I was like, am I hearing that? And I heard it. And I guess my other buddy and them heard it too. And then one started walking super fast. I was like, yeah, they hear it too. So I was like, no, we going, dude.
is it one or are you guys in even numbers or odd numbers?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What you, me, Cole, Michael,
Yeah.
Jesse, now, Shorty. There was 7 of us.
Oh, so that thing.
They want to be part of you.
Ew, just getting because her crying.
I don't know what it is.
You know,
It was weird.
the OGs always say, like after funerals, right? Always stop by another place and then before you go home?
Well, I've been breaking that rule. I'm gonna say like I don't follow any of those rules at all anyway.
They say that, but I mean, for me, sometimes I would just go home and then put the hand over the fire.
Yes. We call it shukdehina.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you just go to your stove. Well, here's an electric stove. Here's a rice.
It's still below.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
It'll still be the same thing, but basically it just kind of like washes impurities off or like helps. Well, I don't know, because in the saying is that like spirits are scared of fire because once they get burned, then they just can't reincarnate. They can't reincarnate, so then like you kind of washing that off if they follow you home, so then it just like gets rid of them instantaneously. That's also why like during Hmong funerals, after a burial, when you go to the person's house like for that last meal, they put like a bowl of water and the fire right outside so that you have to like
Just over.
you have to wash the hands with the fire is what they call it. Yeah. Wash your hands with the fire and everything, and then you can go into the house so that you can care.
Yeah. But he hasn't heard of it, man.
Ooh, yeah. I think I break most of the rules that everybody follows.
Breaking all that rules.
Yeah. Like, I sleep with the mirror and the doors open. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because throughout the years, it's just like Jay, I became desensitized to all of it. But again, I think it's just like my experiences growing up. Like, I don't know. But my parents, my mom, she used to actually practice shamanism, and she was like one of those really like dedicated shamans that she did it almost every day. And I was one of the ones that kind of like helped her prep for it, like, you know, like making the rice and like setting it all up for her and everything.
Wow.
But after she stopped, and then my grandma started doing it, and then she stopped, and then, you know, like I said, it all just kind of like slowly trickled away. And then that part of our life never happened again. But then again, I don't know what happened, because like I said, like a lot of stuff that I used to experience, I don't experience them now. But like I said, I just break all the rules now. So
I guess when you're active, then, you know, it's active with you. And then when you're not active anymore, then it's not active with you.
Yeah.
Or I guess in the household. So when your household was actively cleansing, performing, or, you know,
Oh yeah, there's just more opportunity.
then the doors open, right? So I guess when your family decided to close the door, have you guys heard of sending the tools back?
no.
So basically, when a shaman is
Wait, so your mom used to be a shaman and then she stopped being a shaman? How does that work? I thought that like
I don't know. I don't know how it works, but like she still kind of talks about it to this day too. Like she said that, you know, like if she did stop, you know, like the next person in line, I think would have been like my sister-in-law to do it. Like, because, you know, it skips like generations or something like that. Yeah.
wait, do you guys convert to Christianity?
No.
Okay.
that's interesting. My grandpa was a shaman. His grandpa was a shaman too. But I always thought like once you're a shaman, you kind of just have to be a shaman until the day you're like.
Oh, no, you're done. No.
Yeah.
I smell it too, but sometimes people go to
Maybe it's different. Yeah, maybe it's different for.
I mean, I think there's the difference when there's like people that wants to be one, because I think my mom was one of those that she wanted to be one.
Oh,
She, you know, like most of our families, like a lot of the females were shamans, so they, you know, they got, I think most of the females to practice like shamanism and to actually do like the whole practice of it. Like a lot, there wasn't that many men that did it, in my side of the family. But I think when you are just kind of naturally chosen and you don't really have much of a choice, that's when like, it just kind of dies with you. Like you just have to keep doing it until, you know, you're done.
oh, that's interesting.
His grandpa passed away. They had to send like all his
Spirit and his spirit tools, or his tools, his tools back. So I had to either, yeah, I guess sending it back. I had never really asked,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I think it's when you send it back, I think you have to burn it with the.
We don't know too much, but it's just what he was told.
So if you're a shaman, 3 cameras.
Let us know.
Yes, do let us know, you know, because it's really good to know, you know, like, yeah, we youngsters are very inexperienced.
Yeah, and I think there's still quite a bit of young shamans nowadays too. Like in our generation that they're slowly starting to come out. Like
The practices are different now.
Yeah, it's very different.
Versions now, new age. So all the practice is different. It's easier now.
The one thing, okay, so I find this one very crazy different, and I've never, and I it's not funny, but I find it's kind of like It feels kind of silly, but it's not. It's not funny. Okay, but I find it kind of sad. Like you can cleanse over the phone.
Yeah, because everything's energy.
Ooh, that's right. Electromagnetics. Right?
Breaking it down to the science.
It is.
Molecular.
Energy. Everything's energy. So I believe it. I can see it happening. I think it's because when you are so used to when you're little and everything's like has to be done physically, like you have to be there, you have to like see it happening. But now it could be as easy as phone call or people even send messages. So
Have you guys heard about that? Reminds me about cleansing. Have you heard about the story where the girl, either she went in the elevator or somewhere, and then I guess the roller coaster, she like she like lost her spirit, so they had to go. So Shaman had to go like hooply to get the spirit back. So he had to go on the ride with the chicken, but he went down the ride. He was so scared that he killed the chicken. So they had to like talk to the workers so that he kind of had access to that area to like perform the ritual to get the spirit back. But it was funny because like it feels tough.
I didn't hear that.
I wonder what kind of pull they had to really do to get the shaman to get on the roller coaster with the chief. Like, if you have to have so serious like connection or
I'm just
something.
gonna call this.
Where was this?
Like imagine doing it at Valley Fair. It's right? The wild thing. Like imagine trying to do it at Valley Fair.
I don't know about morning. He killed a chicken.
Or the power tower.
Yeah.
Thing.
I think Minnesota, like they're like in like the medical field in Minnesota, I think they're very prone for like spiritual healing too.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah, because I think that's a pretty. It's like it's been more acceptable within like medical practices because they're like there's some things that they can't explain like scientifically.
Yes.
But when like people with like stronger spiritual belief like for some reason whatever they do it heals them.
Yes. Remember you were telling me about that? Okay, when you were in the hospital, we were getting fraternity, you were telling me that there was some sort of a spiritual doctor in the hospital along with actual doctors.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, it was not that time, but you and I did have a conversation about that, where there was a spiritual.
No, I think it's because they had those pamphlets.
Yeah.
Or something like that, like in the hospital.
Okay, so we that reminds me. Okay, so then starting to like come together. We saw it on a piece of hospital paper pamphlet, right, or something, right? It was just.
I don't know.
It was a
spiritual. I was
something, but we did see a spiritual doctor that the hospitals provide, I guess.
or like a spiritual healer.
Yeah, so that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I think it'd be something to consider too, because there's just some things that even science cannot explain completely.
do they get paid the doctor dollars?
I don't know. I don't know.
For the money.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be really crazy.
Yeah. Like that's because a lot of the hospitals in Minnesota, I guess, they do the chicken diet. Even though the chicken broth is just water, straight with water. Yeah.
It's like water and chicken bouillon.
Yeah. There's no salt or pepper or any black pepper.
Ooh, it's good for you though.
We know someone, they had their kid, the kid came out healthy, and then around like 2-3 months, the baby started seizing, but he didn't have any like health issues, and he wasn't having a fever. But then when the mom, she was telling me that when like she started seeing that her son was acting like different, like he just jolted really differently. And she was like, she kept telling her husband like, hey, maybe we should get him checked out because he's been like jolting like really weird. And he was like, no, that's just how babies are. And everybody was kind of saying like, oh, that's just how babies are. Yeah. And then she was just like, oh, this feels really weird. Like I have never seen a baby like act like this. And so I think I don't know what happened. She just like, they just ended up going to the hospital to get him checked out. And so they went and they were like talking to the doctors, and the doctors were kind of telling her the same thing. But then they kind of saw like, okay, yeah, he does do like weird movements a little bit. So they ended up keeping him overnight to get, I guess, tested, but they had to go to like a different hospital. And so they stayed overnight, and they were like monitor him. He had like the EEG on him. Right when they put it on too, she said that he had a seizure. And like the doctors, they saw it too, but then they didn't have the thing on there, so then they couldn't do anything about it, and so they kind of just like had to wait, because sometimes like I don't know, maybe they might be having a seizure, but it's not really a seizure. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But then that happened, and overnight went well. Everything was fine, and for her, she was just like, oh, maybe she needs to like check this out spiritually too, and so she called her aunt, and then her aunt said that her aunt would look into it, and then she I think it was like around 8 a.m. and then maybe the doctor came in, and the doctor was telling them like, hey, everything was clear. We're just going to observe him for like one more hour and see how things are. If everything's good, then you guys feel free to go home. And so she was just like, okay, cool, that's fine. Within that hour, he had a seizure. And I think like in the hospitals, they have a camera that comes down, and so they kind of like see what's happening. And so when that happened, they called the doctor in, and the doctor said like, yeah, he had a seizure. It was a seizure. And so they were like, okay, well, since he has a seizure, now we have to go through like all his treatment plans. And so I think he had to be put on anti-seizure meds and everything. So then they're just like, yeah, they can't really tell, but they did an MRI. But at that point, I think she was saying that the baby's head was like, or their brains is just like water. Like it's not like fully, I don't know. It's just water or something like that. That's what happened. They couldn't find anything on the MRI. So they couldn't find anything. And then the aunt called, and then the aunt said, hey, did you guys take him to like a place where there's like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a place where there's a lot of like mirrors or reflection? And she was like, well, we took him to Taylor's Falls. So that's like, I don't know if you guys know where Taylor's Falls is, but we took him to Taylor's Falls, and you know how they always have those like little crates in the ground?
Yeah, it's like
And there's like water in there.
water well.
And she was like, yeah, it looks like you guys took him to that place. And did you guys like do the like call his spirit to be part of your family when you guys I guess when you guys had him? Like I think there's a thing in the Hmong culture where after 3 days you have to like call the spirits. Yeah, so they didn't do that. And so she was like, yeah, well, since because he wasn't like bounded to you guys, then they just saw him and they just decided to take him. And when she's saying she's saying like the spirits, like they just took him. They decided to take him. And so she said that she already gave them money to bring him back and did everything. But if he starts feeling good after, if he doesn't have seizures after like 3 days, then we will have to do she will have to do a spiritual calling or like huning to like, I guess, complete everything and complete and everything for him. And so they did that. But I think after 3 days, the baby was still having seizures. And so she called her aunt back and she said that they were still he was still having episodes. So she said that she couldn't do anything about it yet. Or it wasn't 3 days, maybe it was 30 days. But she was still she still called her aunt, said that it's not working because the baby was still having seizures. They can't find anything medically. But the baby was on anti-seizure meds. But that's great. Yeah. But the meds were not working too. And so they just couldn't figure it out. The doctors were just saying like, okay, just raise the meds a little bit. So they did raise it, and it was like, okay. But then the baby was still having like seizures here and there. And so she ended up going to like a different shaman. And then at this shaman, she was saying like, yeah, some babies, when they have seizures when they're little, they're one, either they're spiritually gifted, or two, something's like stuck onto them. And so when the new shaman was telling my grand this, then she said that, oh yeah, there's like a tiger attached and like so it's like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, like the troll ghost or whatever. And so she was cleansing, and she finally cleansed all that done. She said that, yeah, the aunt was able to bring the baby's spirit back, but the baby's spirit still had those attachments to that. So then they had to do that, get rid of that. And then like he started to feel better, the baby started to feel better, and the baby was like 2-3 months, but the baby's still having like seizures here and there. And so one, they ended up like bumping his anti-seizure meds up, and then two, they had to do like a kind of like a feeing. They call it a feeing. It's like a promise to the gods if the gods look over the baby. And so after they did that whole ordeal, then the baby stopped having seizures.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. But the baby had like a couple of different attachments to him and everything. And so That was crazy.
Don't make your kids to Taylor's fault.
Yeah. No.
So now I'm just like, oh, I can't bring my kids to take this anymore.
So okay, so I want to ask the word bunzong, is that a rate?
All right.
That's just a ghost, isn't it?
Is that
No, there's different words and meanings to it. I can't remember the exact meaning for what bunzong is, but there's like for us we kind of just generalize it for like everything. But then like the ones that don't know like the meaning of it, like I don't even know. But I just know that there's a different meaning for what a bunzong is, because I don't know if it means like a wraith or like just like a spirit.
so if you think about tutla,
Yeah.
so is that a monster or is that a zombie or So then if you say bunzong, then it's like a wraith, because wraiths are mainly just I guess female lookalike entities, right?
A wraith were they alive or they're dead from the beginning? They're dead from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be wraiths, right? Maybe.
I don't know. I just can't say what he said. Like I just generalized it and
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know the exact terms, but I do know there are people that know the exact terminology of what each of those words categorize it to.
Yeah, I always thought it was just monster.
Yeah, like monster or ghost, whatever it is. Like I said, we just generalize it.
unless there's one like like Peng Yui, whatever. That's her. That's that exact one.
Wait, do you guys anybody here hunt?
No. I hear a story though like
I could. When you guys go fishing, do you like tell the land like, hey, I'm
Yeah, water gods or the lake gods.
No, I already do that when I go pee.
I'm like, hey guys,
It's like if I need to go pee and I need to wander off, I always go, hey, I'm only here to pee. Is I'm peeing at your house. I apologize. I'm just using the bathroom. I always do that.
I think that I think generally beats you that too, because
You do. If you don't, if you pee on something, and then you never know what's gonna happen.
that brings to my story. Like that's why I think that one time I was camping and then I didn't say that and then I peed somewhere and then that's where I heard my name being called in the deep dark years, which didn't help because in there they were watching The Grudge. I was already freaked out. I was like, dude, it's at night and we're outside. It's funny because then I walked towards like we all like have our tents like this, and over here is like very dark forest, so it's like there's no one there. So I was like, you know what? I'm done watching The Grudge, and then I walked towards my tent, and then I heard in the voice of my cousin say my name, and it's like he's whispering, but he's like really far away. But I was like, okay, that's not him for sure. Well, then why he
hold his pants down and just peed and ran back.
and I went, and then there's a cabin, a little house, whatever, and then he was in there. I was like, hey, did you call me? He's like, no. I was like, okay. Hi. And then I told my brother that we did the same thing, but we did just talk about like at a gas station. So
okay, so when you guys go camping, when you guys have to use the bathroom, do you guys tie a string to yourself to your tent and then walk out and then use the bathroom and then pull the string to go back to your tent?
No, but I do know the concept. You right that though,
right? So you don't.
So you don't get lost?
Yeah.
Oh,
So because you could.
It's like a spirit tunnel.
Yeah.
Because in case something try to block your path to go back,
And you're just gonna walk in the loop.
yeah,
It's gonna be in the loop. You're like,
Oh,
I've been walking for like 10 minutes now. I swear I didn't walk 10 minutes away.
my sister was possessed when she was younger. I don't know. I was like, I'm the baby, but then she's like the oldest sister. But she was possessed when she was, I don't know, in her teen years. She was on the phone with her boyfriend, and it was like a landline phone. So I don't know, something took over her, and then she took like the phone and she walked from our house to Marydale, which is the lake that was close to our house. And something was like telling her to like eat a rabbit or something like that. And I think the rabbit was like dead or something like that. And she ended up, when she came home, she had like blood all over her, but it looked like she bit herself.
oh,
So it's like she had blood, but she had like bit herself, and so she was bleeding a little bit. And she said that like something was telling her to go into the water, but when she was getting closer, then like a lightning strike came or something like that, and then like it woke her up from it, and she was like, why am I here with the phone? And so she walked back home, and then after that we had to do like a whole spiritual thing for her, and they had to change her name and everything.
you know, now they got to change names.
Yeah. We don't really call her by that name though. But then after she changed her name, like we changed like all of our siblings ended up getting like nicknames.
Oh,
And so like everybody in my family, like my real name is different from like the name that you guys know.
oh,
Yeah. Because my real name is Kali, but I go by Lily.
Yeah, from here. Call her.
Oh my gosh, I'm not. See, don't get that joke. I am not her.
Just kidding.
Well, was awesome though.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. That is damn, you guys got a crazy story. You got any stories?
Me, I guess I do. The only like paranormal thing that's happened to me, I had to have been like 2 years old. I was really little. So my parents are funeral directors. Oh gosh. And for the first 3 years of my life, I lived in a funeral home, in a house attached to the funeral home in St. Paul Park. Yeah, so these are worse. So I remember
All the rules.
yeah, it was all those. You know, I never really heard like a lot of like superstitious stuff. I don't think that's really like a thing in my culture, I guess. But when at night, I just remember like laying. I think I was on the floor of my parents' bedroom because I couldn't sleep by myself, and there's this like a blank wall across from me, and I see this like flash of this being. It's like kind of like a weird glowy pink thing. It looks like wings. To me, it looked like an angel, right? So I saw that, and that was like probably the only thing I've ever like actually experienced. But I saw them. I'm pretty sure I saw them again when we moved into our new house.
It's like this new house now, or you?
Where our parents live now. No, my current.
Oh, okay. You have
Seen them. I have not seen them since. So that's kind of. I'm wondering, like, children are just a little bit more susceptible or sensitive to those things. And
Why is my son sometimes?
Dude, man, don't get me started on kids.
So our room is like a rectangle, and then our bed is like kind of in the middle. But
We don't have anything underneath our bed. Like, it's just our bed because our kids, they like might fall off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then we have a rocking chair, and then when we would put our first guy to sleep, which he's like 4 years old, and he would and then when we're putting him to sleep, he'd be like, "Hey, Daddy, why is that guy looking at me?"
yeah.
The direction was
It's a monster.
Monster, but
We gotta tell you gotta tell a monster.
you have to like we muster up because you can't really you can't freak out because if you freak out,
Just give a kid,
yeah, you know. So you have to like, don't worry, Daddy got this.
Yeah.
Be here, Master. I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? But like, it's like it is very scary. When your child all of a sudden just says, "Hey, Daddy, why is there a guy just sitting right in a rocking chair?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'll take him places, and like some places I'll take him and it's like dark places, and it's like, hey, what's that guy doing over there in the corner? It's like dark, like there's nobody there. I'm just like, tell the guy to go away. Tell him you're burning. I was like, go away, master. I burn you. I'm just like, okay, good.
Like that. So we taught our first kid to say, "Go away, monster.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn you. We will burn you. I will burn you." You know, that's what you.
Yeah, and then he doesn't see anything anymore. He doesn't say anything. But as we're just like, dude, that's scary. It's so funny too because I have a shaman friend, and I was telling her that story too, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's true. That did happen. It's a good thing you guys told it to go away." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I didn't need you to confirm, but thank you."
So yeah, it always happens with kids. Like I feel like everyone has like some story where like a nephew or someone, you know, that's probably underage of like 8 or something has.
Yeah.
Even when I met my girlfriend's family for the first time, I think they told me about one of the little kids there. They're like staring in the corner of the kitchen, and all the pans start moving, and the cabinet started like flying open and stuff. I don't know what they did, but
Oh no, that is very scary because
I would never go over every.
well, you gonna come over? That's I'm good. It was let's see. I think you and I had our house cleansed,
yeah.
and then the lady opened up our attic, and okay, so we
Oh yeah, when we moved into our house, we had a lady come and cleanse the house, but there's like some spaces where she stayed a lot longer.
yeah,
It was like, okay.
and then she opened up. I mean, because she was speaking in her tongue.
Yep.
Shaman tongue.
Yep.
And it seemed like she was arguing with them.
No, she was not. She just took a lot longer. She didn't even like, she says that the thing with these things is you don't give them a chance to tell your story. You just gotta tell them to leave.
So she opened up our storage attic, and then she just was spending more time there, and we're just like, yeah, that must be a
There's
big room.
the places where we were like kind of feeling iffy about, those were the places that she like. For me, like sometimes when I was walking in those areas, I would be like, oh, this like I feel like I need to run because something is chasing me, or like something is there, or like when you walk into a space and like you just get goosebumps. Like those are the areas like I felt it the most. Like especially when I'm going down like 11 p.m. 12 a.m. at night to get like water, like in our kitchen space, like that space always like made me feel something. And then up in the attic, right in that area, it always. And those were the two spaces that she stayed there like the longest, just to like use the like money paper and like cleanse that area. And then like she burned it off. She was like, yep, everything is good now. Yeah, everything's good. I'm just like, okay.
Haunted houses.
I lived in one.
Huh?
I lived in one. I did too back then.
Okay, Andrew. So I asked 2 questions. What do you guys think about haunted houses, like in the actual entertainment? And number 2, did you guys ever lived in one? I guess.
But so you
mean for what? Like,
Like Valley Scare. Oh, like haunted house.
Those things are trash.
like the attraction.
I like it. So like you go to that, but living in an actual haunted house is
Like I'm not sure about you guys, but I have been in one that was like it was a tourist attraction in San Diego, and I didn't know it was a haunted house until my ex at that time, she was like, oh yeah, this is a haunted house. I was like, what the heck? She's like, yeah, you might feel like a sense of like heavy pressure on your neck or like on your body. You might feel a little tired. And I was like, is that why I'm feeling so tired in here? And
That's all the time.
yeah, because I was like, before we got in, I was like, I felt normal. I had high energy, I was excited. I was like, oh, cool. Like, I didn't know it was a haunted house, because I just saw that it was a historical home. For some reason, they kept it up. I was like, cool, whatever. And then, it went about like telling like the story of like the murder of the family. I was like, okay, whatever. And then that's when we got upstairs, that's when they were like saying like, oh yeah, by the way, like there's like hauntings and spirits and stuff like in this property still. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, I didn't know, because at that point I was feeling really tired. Like I was like at that point where like I could just fall asleep on the stairs.
Was your ex rat tired?
No, she was not.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like sensitive.
Yeah.
The levels.
And then as soon as I stepped out of the place, like I was back to normal again. Like the pressure was off my shoulders. Like I felt like a sense of relief. I was like, oh shit, like, this is crazy.
One thing I want to tell people if they are watching is that I think if in mall, you got to be considerate, because like even though some people are not sensitive, like non-Hmong people, like they don't know, but like for Hmong people, just be careful, because when you go other places, because of your background or even your lineage going back to like tied to shamanism, you can still see stuff. So just be a little bit more aware of that stuff.
I try to, even though I know it's there, I try to not acknowledge it, if that makes any sense, because the more you give it attention, the more it knows that you're there. So even though if I see the person just right here looking at me,
So you see things now.
No, I'm just saying, like even if
I see things.
like I'm saying, like if you walk into a room or a haunted house, and you know that they're like right there just looking at me, like Fu's looking at me right, I'm just gonna pretend I don't see it, because I think once you start acknowledging it, then it's like, oh yeah, I know this, I got this bitch, I'm gonna haunt him, I'm gonna make him scared, or I'm gonna like suck his positive energy or whatever, it. So yeah, but I wanted to ask you guys about haunted house, because I think that, for the entertainment haunted houses, like, Valley Scare and stuff like that, have you guys gone to a really good one?
No.
Nope.
My neighbors growing up ran a pretty popular one. I think I only went through it once, but it was just too much, because the owner would actually chase people at the end with a chainsaw.
Oh,
That is crazy. Like, imagine.
Do they sign a waiver before they
Probably not. Oh,
You guys heard of that haunted hayride?
oh,
I've never gone to it, but I wanted to, but I'm scared now because I think somebody died there last year.
Oh,
It died there last year because he like fell off the...
So, hey, Brett?
Yeah,
And got squished by the wheel?
I think so. Something like that. So I'm scared to go there now because there's actual like...
hey, who's this boy? Yeah. Where's your parents?
It's kind of a heady density.
don't tell us what you see, Pei.
Yeah, right, Peng?
Oh no, I don't see that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I think if we ever create a Hmong house, not Hmong house, a haunted Hmong...
I'm not volunteering. I'm paying that right now.
No, every year.
They have a farm. I said that we should do like a corn maze, and we should have like mold theme. But then these guys are like, dude, if you guys you doing that food, you might attract the real. You the fun? Okay, so you get it.
Everybody's always said that. You know that everybody's always said that.
Okay, so every year for
You these could do it. These could do it.
But I want that fake stuff, not the real stuff. You know.
Oh, I mean, I got.
wants like people dressed in Hmong clothes walking
Okay.
around. Yeah, I'm just like, you know,
Okay, so you guys saw our when we all came into my our office area here, right? Yeah, right. And then imagine if all the lights are off, right? And then we turn this office space into haunted houses, right? Or a haunted walkthrough, right? So imagine if all the lights were off, and then you just have like a little light in the back that just like blinks every like 5 seconds, right? Like light, and then you have a girl dressed in monk clothes, and then she's crying, just walking around in a circle, and then in the middle is a baby crib that's rocking back and forth.
I'm just kidding.
Serious. Oh,
Nah, I'm good. I won't be good.
I will, okay, cool. Okay, who would pay money? I would do it on the condition that somebody bless the house, place before and after.
Fair. I value.
but see that you can also make money because you can actually have an actual, for example, like a priest or shaman bless bracelets,
Yeah.
and people can buy it on the way.
oh, yeah, like blessing trees. Yeah, do you guys see like for the Conjuring, they actually had like a priest come.
This is
Fuck Conjuring. If they can do that, then we could do this.
That's true.
Yeah, Zaris, business idea.
Only Mika and Kiru are gonna light. I'm definitely scared.
I'm pretty sure there's some like more hardcore monk people that are like, I'm not scared. You know,
You know, Tajay about that. I want to see paranormal ghost investigators go to a monk funeral.
I do too.
And break all the rules.
Oh yeah.
Break up and trip it.
Have a monk guy be there and be like, hey, so if you guys are here, this is what you play the drums and looping and everything, but make sure I'm gone first.
I'm on the out of the premises.
Be off the premises. I'll play the like this.
you tell them to just have the earbuds in. You know,
You know, like
No, you gotta
Wait, our speakers and everything.
the monk game where like it's a funeral home. You guys seen that game?
Yeah,
It's like,
Future.
yeah.
Yeah,
I played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had headphones on. Like, I did not want a hopeful that.
Probably the scariest one that he made.
Yes.
Because it like the way how he designed the environment, it was like so close to the realistic thing. Because he has to know how old some of those funeral homes, how dirty they can get. You know, like the stained walls. I was like, they're older, yeah.
They got a Hmong Roblox horror game.
Yeah, they do.
wait, they do
Yeah.
on Roblox?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one of the little
I
kids.
need to save this down. Let's go check it out later.
I was like, he's like, do you want to play with me? So I joined on my Roblox, and I was like, what is this? It's like there's like an abandoned village, and
Ghost girl freaking chase you.
she did your chicken. Like the, yeah,
I'm gonna have Clovis play that.
No. I don't.
it's kind of fun.
Say, it's just a game, guys.
You could play by yourself.
But the Fuker one though, that one. Shout out to him. His game is really good. I kind of excited forward to I guess
Flash.
Yeah.
He said he still has some bugs, but it's looking at the demos is really good.
Okay.
I
lost touch reading his things. I stopped playing when he finished the funeral.
Yeah.
And then I think he jumped into a portal, right?
So there is a second part to that demo, but it's like its own entire story to it. It's you're actually in a village.
Oh, so it's not one whole game.
Yeah, I played the other one, not the funeral one. The other one was
We're actually I don't remember if I streamed the funeral.
who did?
I did.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, that funeral was scary. But the village one wasn't that bad because
This one was pretty bad.
after you play the and then you get to the village, you're like the village is kind of funny. Like he introduced like some of like the iconic characters that we know like Sa. He was in there.
Yeah.
And then I think there was Baohu was in there too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she was just again that's kind of funny. It was very comedic.
I think once the game is finished, he will we're gonna have to get a
It's really good.
yeah.
I had headphones the whole time though. I wasn't gonna play that out through my speakers because he had the drums and everything.
Yeah, also the end of the drums. Yeah, that's what really made it scary.
Because a lot of people said like when they played it out loud, things started happening in their houses.
Yes, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I did hear about that.
So when I heard about it before I played out, like headphones.
For me, like if I'm playing something scary, as long as the volume is all the way down, that I can go through because I can't hear anything. It's the sound effect that makes it scary.
Yep.
Like without the music, it's just like, okay, this is just another game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Do you guys experience sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
all the time. No, not as much, but I had it.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was sleeping on the bed, and then like I thought I fell asleep, but then I didn't. But then I felt footsteps like going around me, and then I broke out of it, and then my room was like the lights were on, and our brothers were there, and I was like, "What the heck just happened?"
wow. Okay, so when I have sleep paralysis, I scream. I go, and then I try to wake her up so she can wake me up.
Yeah, a couple times I did.
Yeah, and it's actually very scary. So was
But like this, I'm like,
I'm like trying to kick, and then sure, like, hey, you're just dreaming, and I'm like, oh, thank you for like waking me out of it, because it's you just can't. You try so hard to like. Okay, so the best thing, the best way I can explain it is if you sleep on your bed with your arms crossed on your front, and then sleep for like an hour or whatever, and then you wake up, and then you just don't have any blood flow to your arms. Your arms are just like jelly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that. So you just can't raise your arm. You know. And then, there's a time where I've actually experienced it where you're sleeping, about to fall asleep, and then the corner of your bed, it just like, when somebody's sitting and then, just drops like that. And then and that's when you'll notice that something. And then that's when I start screaming.
can you tell when it's me versus when it's like when your body gets slept on?
Yeah.
Because sometimes like I'll come and I'll like lay next to you.
Yes.
You get freaked out when I do.
Lily, there's a few times where Lily, like, when I go to sleep first, and then she's working late, right? So then she'll come lay in bed next to me. But then when I'm like half asleep or like asleep, and or just something, just hear footsteps, I'll, part of my brain will just like wake up, and then just like, okay, I think it's just Lily coming to sleep next to me. You could tell the difference between, oh, that's not what it is, and then, oh, that's Lily.
I think my worst experience of sleep paralysis was like many years ago, like freshman or sophomore year. I was living in the
Dorm?
basement of my house, because back then I didn't have a room yet, so I just slept in the basement. So my bed was really old, it has springs, and then my dream, I was like in some sort of Chinese town or whatever, and then the sky was pointing at these spirits. And after I saw the spirits, or like whatever creature it was, like I felt compression. So then I was asleep, but I heard my bed feel compressed. So I heard the springs being pressed out as I was getting crushed. And then I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that it was painful because like something was like standing on me. And then the bed was actually making noise as I was getting stuck on my chest. And then that went for a while. Then I think I was like, I don't remember towards the end, but like I just know that I just fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was freaking out and stuff like that. So, and in the basement, it's pitch black, so there's no light. And if you want to turn the light, you have to like go and feel it out and then flip the switch on. So, but usually I do have like sleep paralysis. Like the doctors just saying, "Oh, you're just awake in your sleep." It's like, no, this one for sure, I knew for sure that I was like something was with me, because like my bed was making noises as I was getting stepped on.
I had I think when I was younger, I think all my siblings at this time was probably back in, I don't know where they were, maybe sleeping over at cousins' houses, but I was pretty young, maybe middle school. And I think it was like 3 at the night, and I finally like just fell asleep. But right as I was about to fall asleep, like I felt like a lot of pressure. I was like, man, I'm just trying to sleep, right? I was like, ugh. And then like I was like, okay, I gotta switch my position. So I switched my position one more time. And then I still felt it, and I was like, what the heck? And I like literally, I was so tired. I stood up and I was like, I was cursing it out. I don't know what I was saying. I was like, you better get out of my room. I'm just trying to sleep. And I was like cursing it out, all the like bad words I knew, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And finally I went to sleep. And then in my dream, I was like hanging out with friends and everything. And then we were in the room that I was sleeping in. And then this guy, he's like a friend of mine from middle school. He was like, hey, where's da-da-da-da, which was like my ex-boyfriend at the time. I was like, oh, I don't know. He's not here. This is my house. Why would he be at my house? I was like, oh yeah, okay, you're right. Well, I'm gonna go now. And I was like, were you the one who were in my room? Were you trying to like sleep on me? And then he was like, yeah, but you're too scary, so I'm gonna leave now. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, okay, what the heck? And then like I woke up, like it was like finally morning. I woke up and I was like, what the heck? Like, why would I dream something like that? And I was just like, oh, okay. Well,
Wait, ghost.
I know. I was like, okay, that's good. Yeah, but
But something I saw was it the other day on social media. It was like they say it is apparently like a conspiracy theory, but I don't know if it's true or not. Apparently, if you're having like lucid dream or like a dream where you are aware that you're dreaming, apparently if you like say out loud like, "Hey, you're dreaming," or like, "Hey, I'm dreaming," and like you should like if you can remember to do that, apparently like they say like the people or the things that you see in your dream, like they'll like look straight at you and be like, like you cannot do that. Apparently, like if you do that, you're breaking some type of code. So if you guys want to try it,
Inception.
I never be able to try
when
that.
the dreams where where I'm like in my dream and I realize like, oh, this is a dream.
Yep.
Then I start being like, all right, what am I gonna do?
all right, if you want to do all the
Like,
crazy stuff,
Yeah, I was like, okay, I need things like pop up right in the air and everything. I was like, okay, I need to go shopping. I'd be like doing that stuff in my dream. Yeah. And then like I finally wake up and I'm just like,
Okay, how about dreams where you're like, you think you're Spider-Man, you know? Yeah. And then like you hit the ground, boom, and you wake up.
I've had those fall. Everyone has over 8. So those are kind of fun too.
Yeah.
It's like, and you just like go back to sleep. You know, it's like, dang, like those dreams are, those dreams are quite something. I'm scared.
I have dreams too where like there's like a movie that plays in front of me and it like starts shuffling and telling me things that are gonna happen. Like and then you share for like people, it's like, oh, this person is gonna have this baby, this person is, you know, da da da. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just like, dang, oh, it's crazy.
Okay. Worst nightmare of all time. Oh, that I still have nightmares about is back in high school. Just dreaming that you're back in high school and you're not gonna graduate high school.
Those are the worst dreams. Those are the worst dreams. Say like, you know, you have exams, right? And this is an exam today.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the So it's like those are the in my case, in my opinion, those are probably the worst dreams than actual dreaming of something with you. You know?
So you're like, damn, I'm really this stupid to be back in high school.
Yeah, right. That kid is embarrassing. So it's like, yeah, those are, I think, in my opinion, probably some of the worst nightmares to have. Yeah. Okay, so then I guess there's some questions I do want to ask. Have you guys heard about Hmong vampires?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, tell us more.
Yeah, tell us more. I've not done any research about them. I've only heard the word Hmong vampires. I don't know anything about it. If you guys do know,
Well, they're almost just like the Chinese. They're almost just like
like this.
No. They appear more at funerals.
Yeah,
From what I heard.
that's what I heard too. That's why they have like
That's why they have the Zalmar and stuff at the funeral.
Wait, you guys know about it? You just heard about it, but you can never.
No, it's like we don't hear. We only know. I only know of the word Hmong vampire. I don't know anything about like stories or no background or anything.
That's what
I think
I mean.
that's-
It's just me from what I heard. That's why they do Zalmar, like watching the body while the body's at the funeral home. Because there's times where I heard a story. I forgot where, but the guy was there. That he went upstairs, and then there was a random person that he did not know, but it was like if he's standing at the casket sucking the blood.
Also, it was like bent,
Yeah,
like into the casket. Oh dang!
it was just a story I heard.
Literal vampire.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's just they're vampire but Hmong.
Yeah. Like, I think every culture has their own
yeah.
version of it.
I just had an experience with one where it was like sucking his head, I guess. But anyways, the shaman lady was like telling him that like, yeah, ever since smoke became here, like the types of vampires will actually increase too. Because I guess there's the actual like Dracula vampires, which I don't know any stories, but like the vampires are like the ones that for most people like it does exist, but like I guess you can't see them unless you see them through the mirrors. Or like for this example, for this story, he said that this vampire is afraid of girls. I don't know why. Or it wasn't afraid of him, but it was afraid of his wife. But I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of weird. And there's a story where like this girl was like sucking this body of this funeral, and then I guess they tried to tell her like to go away, and then she was like super powerful and threw the guy across the room, or whatever. And then I guess as she walked towards like the lights were like flush too, I guess. And there's another story too, like where they told another vampire like or whatever it was to like go away, and then she was like keep walking. Like when she went out, she just kept walking straight. And then I guess that's the one by that's a became a apartment, you know. So the one by Baylitz. So I was like, yeah, that place is freaking hot.
We had my grandma and my grandpa's.
My grandpa was there too.
No, your grandpa was not.
Grandma was there?
Your grandma was there.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I heard the stories a long time ago, but yeah, that's the reason why we gotta watch the buys, because you never know what comes by. Let's say that.
How about, okay, so I had a crazy experience with that one. I slept in front of, okay, before the funeral was actually torn down, there was, the funeral door actually faced one of the driveway into like the main road. My car actually was at the driveway, like, there's like the parking, yeah, you know? So the last day when grandma, I'm sure it's grandpa. His grandpa. So when grandpa, yeah, because the reason why I know it's grandpa is because I cried. So then apparently, so you're not supposed to sleep in front of the door, because like the last day they go, right?
Yeah.
So then I stepped in my car, like right next to the little driveway, and then I dreamt that grandpa came to see me one last time, and he was dressed in all nice clothes. I cried. I woke up crying. I ran over to tell my mom I was crying about seeing my grandpa, and she yelled at me because she said, "You idiot! You're not supposed to sleep in front of the driveway door, because that's them leaving." Yeah. So that was my crazy experience, which is like scary.
That's a right my story.
Nice, but
Where so it's in the Hmong story, in the Hmong world, it's you're not supposed to block a path or be you're not supposed to have any business in that path. So you guys already heard this story. Well, like, so I used to hang out with Peng a lot before he got married. So he took me to like this friend of their family friend's house, and they're playing gambling, and I don't play poker or whatever. So they told me to sleep on this freaking bed, but with Samoa, so like I don't feel comfortable, so I just slept on I just like sat on I guess the wall and on the ground, and then I just fell asleep, and I guess I blocked the door, and then I guess like a little girl followed me home. Oh. So then, so when I slept in the room that I still am right now, so here's the door, here's my bed, and then here's my lamp. So then I was like, the first night I was sleeping, I was like, man, I can't fall asleep. Like, I feel like heavy. I feel something there. But I was like, I'm just being paranoid. And then it was like hours of me just sitting there. And I was like, man, there's something there. I swear to God. And then I looked over like this, and I was like, look, yo, I know my lamp. I know my room layout. So like, I know my lamp's here. That's not my lamp. Whatever the shadow is, like, that's not my lamp. I was like, oh man. And it was like during the summertime, and like it was like hot. So, but like my inside spiritually, I felt really cold. But I was like, I don't give a crap. I need my blanket, And then I passed out, and I was trying to think of something else. I was like, it was during Michael Phelps. So I'm like, man, that guy, he won all these races. Let's think about him all. But no matter how hard I was trying to think about that stuff, it just kept going back to that feeling. No matter what, it had control of that. So then obviously I was able to fall asleep. Then the second night was the worst night. So I was like, all right, it's time for me to go to sleep. Hopefully whatever this is like, it leaves me alone. And then I went to sleep, and I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure I don't see anything, but that same feeling was still there. And it's by now I feel like a really strong presence by the door. And I just like in my head, or how my vision was too, I guess. Like I just saw like this, it was like really dark, pitch black, and then I just felt a really, really, really strong like bad aura. And then in my head, either me or something was telling me in my head, was like, it's gonna talk, it's gonna talk, it's gonna say something, it's gonna say something. And next thing it was like, and I like freaked out. My brother came in, and I got up, and I was crying, and he was like, what happened? Like, I told him what happened, and he was like, okay. But anyways, that was like during sophomore year, so like that pretty much the year I could not sleep with like without the lights on. So
That is crazy.
so like to me, like I know that my sensitive level was like if I'm just like walking around, I won't sense it. But if I like messed up, like I blocked the path, then that's when I can start seeing things.
Yeah, I was just gonna say somebody offered you like 5Gs to play tag in a church or
No. So that's what I'm saying. Like me, I won't see it just because I'm just here. But like if I go and f around and find out that I will find out like that.
Have you guys ever heard of like baby spirits? Like when the baby spirits follow you guys home? I don't remember who told me, but they're saying like, oh, baby spirits are the worst when they follow you home. Like I think there was this one mom family, or actually I don't know. It's like a long time ago somebody was telling me the story, but I don't remember who. But she said that there was a baby spirit that followed someone in her family home, and then like that whole night everybody just kept hearing crying, like a baby crying. And then like everybody got so freaked out they all went to the living room, and like all night long all they heard was the baby crying, like circling around the house, like crying so loud.
Outside or inside?
Outside.
Like parents can get it.
I was all crazy. Yeah, but that's what happened. I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Okay, I can't stop thinking about Lily's parents'
Yeah. Oh, the funeral directors. Yeah.
yeah, like, and you guys right next to the funeral, so it's connected. And you were two. You never had imaginary friends.
Not till later.
Not till later.
Was like, well, you think about it, Jerry Press also later. That wasn't like in like my touches.
Oh, like, dang. Okay, I've seen countless videos of kids just playing next to a house, like inside, like their playhouse, like a dollhouse or whatever. And then then the parents are coming with a video camera. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm playing with my friend."
I just remembered, I haven't thought about this in like 10 years, but in 6th grade, there was this Mika girl at my science table, and everyone thought she was weird because she was always shaking and talking to herself. And one day we found her under the table, and she's like, she's crying in the locker. And we're like, what is she talking about? And this is before I really like, because, I grew up like, I'm Korean, I'm Christian. But then when I started hanging around Hmong people more, like I learned about shamanism. And then now that I'm thinking about it, she might have been, because it was like every day, she's like shaking under the table, like talking to people.
Yeah, she totally should.
I think that's worse too when people don't believe, but they think they've been lazy too.
Yeah, we're all like, could we get a new table?
Who needs a movie? What?
Teacher, I need a new team.
Oh man, well, she must have gone through like a lot.
Like she would be like pounding her fist on the floor, crying and like, oof, like talking to herself. And like, she's in that locker, like in the middle of the hall where, like when we're doing science projects and stuff. And I'd be like, okay, well, reset, yeah, but I might have been for real.
So I guess last topic for us, U.S. history or U.S. hauntings versus Asia hauntings, or which is scarier?
I think so. It depends.
It
It really depends.
I looked into America. They're just as scary. I think people just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of 411 missing?
No, what is that?
So pretty much there's like, if you look it up, you can find it. But there's a guy called David I forgot his name, Paul something. But just put 401 missing children. So a lot of these
Maybe like the thing you go to Walmart and like 411 and then like you see missing kids like that.
yeah, but he made but his book is different from that.
Oh.
So a lot of these stories from like in America were like the Smoky Mountain or like the Mount Trail, like I forgot what it's called.
At like the Appalachian Mountains.
Yes, yeah. A lot of kids disappear, and like a lot of people disappear too. Like when they find the bodies or they find when they're still alive, they look like there's no way a kid, like a 4-year-old, there's no way they can travel 36 miles, like within a certain amount of time. Like they'll be troubled or they just can't find anybody. If they do find bodies, it's not like through like attacks, so they rule that out. And they talk about like a lot of like these national parks that have like a lot of like underground like system and stuff like that. And there's a lot of cryptid stuff, like Wendigos or Bigfoot. So if I go to like certain stories, that yeah, it does get pretty scary too. I just feel like people, no offense, I think white people just swipe everything under the rug a lot, so you don't hear about it. So, but when you hear stories about it, like yeah, it's just pretty scary. Cause like you gotta think about Asia and that in United States, they're both they both exist. The land existed around the same time. It's just that the folklore just doesn't get passed around as much. And I think we're just more spiritually accepting, so we tell the stories and it gets brought up more and more over time.
Yeah.
My grandma, she will back in like Thailand or Laos, one of those, I don't remember which one, probably in Laos. She was actually in a coma for like 2-3 months, and they at first they thought that she had died, but they checked her breathing and she was still breathing, and so they're like, how come she's not waking up? And so they had to do like a whole spiritual thing to figure out why she was in a coma. And she got put in a coma because there were some animals that she had killed, and they were not happy that she killed them, and they took her to court in the spiritual world. They took her to court in the spiritual world. So what happened was, so my grandma, she was setting up the table, and she was like setting up the table. She told everybody to come eat, but then their dog like came and ate like on top of the table and like where all the food was, and she wasn't happy. So she took a stick and she hit the dog, but she actually took a knife instead and killed the dog. But she didn't know that. She felt really bad. She's like, oh no, like like I thought I grabbed a stick, but she actually grabbed a knife, and so she killed the dog. It's just like, oh, so sad, like the dog died. Yeah. Died. And then like the next like time was like she noticed that her chickens were dying, or like the eggs were gone, and so she's like, what's happening? And so she found out that it was a snake that was eating the chickens and the eggs, and so she decided to kill the snake when she saw it. And so the snake came, she saw it, and so she ended up killing it. And then I think maybe like a couple months after that, she's like, one day she just didn't wake up, and they're just like, wait, why is she not waking up? But I don't know if at this point my grandpa had already became a shaman, but he was just like, oh, she's not waking up, but she's still breathing. And so they had to do the whole ritual thing. And then the shaman guy was telling her like, telling them like, oh yeah, she's in spiritual court right now. And so when my grandma used to tell us the story, she said that like when she got there, it's exactly how they say it is. Like you walk, there's literally a bridge, and then like underneath, like it's hell, and then like there's like different stations where like for different reasons to like punish them or like torture them or something like that. So she went and she was up like there with the judges, and it was the dog and the snake were not happy that she killed them and da. So it was like, wow, why did you kill them and da. And she was like, well, like this is our dog and his food is already on the ground. Like he came up and he was eating at the table, and the table is for us to eat. He's just our pet. But I didn't need to kill him. I grabbed the knife when I was supposed to grab a steak, and it just so happened like that. But he's supposed to eat on the ground because he's a dog. He's not supposed to eat at the table. And the snake was already like eating my chicken and my eggs. Like I didn't that's my living, that's how I live, and he's the one that's taking it, so of course I will have to like, I guess, kill him. And so after the court heard that, then they're like, okay, fine, you can go back. So she ended up coming. She was like in a coma for like 3 months, and she had lice and everything. Her hair was like growing out and everything, and then yeah, she came back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Animal court.
Become vegan, guys. I don't know. We used to eat all this chicken.
Yeah, so oops, that was crazy. That was like a long time ago. And then my grandpa was like, he used to tell us, he used to be a shaman, so he used to tell us all the time that like him and like, my grandma, they were like soulmates, and they were already like soulmates from the very beginning. And so like the lifetime, they were soulmates in the last lifetime, and then in this lifetime, then they found each other. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
I think Asian stuff is the scariest, no matter what.
Yeah.
Just just because.
Oh, I don't know. What about like I know there's a lot of like Mexicans go through like a lot of scary stories too.
Yep.
Like that lady killed her kid.
La Llorona.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they made the horror movie.
yeah, that was great.
Like there's still posts to this day where like people in like Mexico, they would still hear like the voices are crying out at night too, and then like people would be like, oh, I don't know what the heck that is, but like it'll be like pitch quiet, like and that's all you hear. Like you wouldn't hear dogs barking. You would hear like no animal. It's just
Hurry, because you know that this.
yeah.
I think Hmong and native people have it tied for me for the scariest stories.
What's the scariest type? I mean, native.
I forgot like exactly how it went, but I heard like something about like when going hunting like with wendigos and stuff and like skinwalkers or I don't have like one specific story, but one of my Hmong friends, his best friend is a native guy, and then he'll just kind of like secondhand tell me stories, but it's all kind of like a blur to me. But
Actually, I do have a Korean story. So that I read on Facebook. So
Yeah.
this Hmong people, like they went to Korea to like have fun, and then they're staying at this hotel, but they like I forgot what happened, but they like sensed or saw this ghost coming in. So but when they hid under the table or under the bed, like this ghost guy was like it smelled really pungent, really like nasty. So as they were like under the bed and they could see his legs sitting on the bed, and then like I don't know, after some time it left, I guess. But so they already saw his face, I guess. But after some time, they went either it was next door or some other room next to like where they were staying at. The guy they actually found that there's police there, so they found out the guy like died. But he was just trying to find someone to tell that he died. But I'm not sure how sensitive Korean people are spiritually, so I'm guessing he just looked at like these both like, hey, he kind of like I told Peng like sometimes see that ourselves we're like Wi-Fi signals, where spirits can actually talk to them. We have more of a higher like they whatever the input we can see it, like we're more spiritually like sensitive like that. So I know that most Koreans are Catholics, right? Or
it depends. I think like Christian in general, like I don't know, like I know quite a bit of Christians that are like Lutheran, and some are Catholic too, but I think for the most part just like Christian in general. But yeah, I think Koreans are mostly Buddhist or Christian. I think a lot of us in America are Christian.
Yeah, so that's why I was guessing, because like it's weird because like no other that I didn't hear any. I mean, obviously it's come from a Hmong person that went to Korea, but
Right.
But like I guess that person needed somebody that it can talk to, and they did.
That makes sense though. I mean, like the only stories I've heard for Korea is like folklore from like so many thousands of years ago, but it's not like a firsthand account.
Yeah, I think back then you got in first year that there were Christianity there or whatever.
Right.
God, it was more like you're with the motherland.
Yes. So
That's what I tell people, man. You gotta blessed to have God in your religion. When we were in the jungle, no one was there for us. We had to make our own stuff, man. We had tigers killing us. We had everything killing us, man.
I do remember the counselor, this Hmong lady at my high school. I went to Roseville for a couple of years in high school, and she told me about, I don't know if it was a family friend or something, but the wife, like when she was dying, she turned into a tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like she said like her back was hurting at the beginning, and then by the end she became a tiger. And then I don't know if this is really like supernatural, but have you heard the like stigma, like if you have like sex in a car, like you'll crash the car?
Oh, I heard of that.
It'll kill your shocks.
That's what I heard. Oh, I don't know. One of my Hmong friends told me it's a Hmong thing. I don't know, but
Bro, what was like? I broke that rule. I broke that rule.
I didn't break that rule.
I mean, you're not supposed to have sex while driving. Well, but I'm not sure about parking though.
Well, while driving, yes, you probably will. Make sure you have a Tesla.
Wow, that's really interesting.
oh, I didn't know if that was like a popular.
Oh, I know. That's the first time I heard about that.
I think the reason behind that is because you doing that kind of thing in a car, you're not supposed to do it there, because spiritually, if you and that person, you guys are having that kind of connection, like I guess spiritually, you shouldn't be there. That's just how I'm kind of seeing it, because
Right.
it's like if you want to do that inside your house, inside your home,
Right.
because it's it's a safe area. Because imagine you're doing that.
In the spirit world, they're pretty good at like with rules. Like for example, if you block the path, whatever, like things to follow. Remember that movie? What's that movie with Michael? What F is up his name? Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, but or
Oh, the vampire one. Yeah.
Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners.
So scenes where the vampire's asking for permission to come in and enter. That's very common. Like spirit can't just come and go as they please. Like at certain place, like when the baby was crying around the house, because there's something that they can't just come in. Like, if they come in the house, then if somebody let them in.
Yeah.
No.
I think that
it's like when you hear knocks at your door and then you open it. That's basically like
Like you're giving them permission.
Or if they call your name and you answer,
Yeah.
and you're letting them.
Sense. Yeah, okay. For me, hold up.
y'all let it in the house.
Like when you guys get doormats, like never get the doormats that say welcome because like you're automatically like telling nobody's going.
Yeah, get the one that says goodbye.
I would say mine says welcome at my place right now too. Breaking every rule. I'm breaking every rule. What the?
Okay, so one is the salt on the edge of your door, you know, the sprinkling the salt.
Yeah.
And then the two is Mong Shaman tool, the knife.
Yeah.
I heard the knife. Yeah. Yeah. And now that's the one where I mean you can't really cook with it, but that's the one where the shamans they use it where they'll draw the line, they'll cut the line in front of your house. So then the things that do follow you, you know,
Come in.
just can't come in.
Yeah. Actually, it depends on what kind of salt you use too.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what kind of
That's
salt?
natural salt.
Natural one, like Himalayan salt?
Yeah, you can't just go to the store and pick up like
Yeah. It can't be that.
It can be salt. It also can be pepper too.
Yeah. Just natural.
Black pepper.
Natural like resources, natural like things. Yeah.
Wait, okay, you guys know during COVID the triangle pouches.
The triangle
the
powder.
red triangle pouches.
Yeah.
What about it?
Those are also used to keep off to ward off
Yeah, you hang it on top of your door. Evil red car.
yeah, right?
Yeah. No, it's the triangle pouch. Yeah, the red triangle pouch.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then you have it on top of your door with the red or purple.
And yeah. So there's a smell to it, but when that smell is done, then
Yeah, true.
you have to replace it, or else you know that's the protection's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
So no, that's really interesting. Oh yeah,
Or like red corn too.
yeah. I can't see how people can just live out in the forest, you know.
If it works for them, it works for them.
Yeah.
But I think our time is coming up. How long do we have? Oh, do we pass the timer? Yeah. Okay. Great. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for Wing Dynasty. We'll definitely do some more fun stuff with you guys. Well, you can jump on. Yeah.
Lily.
Yeah. So because you know it's always fun. You know, definitely do more silly, fun stuff, or you know, you guys can start vlogging and traveling. You know,
Invite us out to go travel with you. Go.
paranormal activity. Y'all do paranormal activity. Y'all about
I want to hear a story. I don't want.
sponsor, guys. You know,
In that case, preachers. In that case,
I've been breaking all the rules everybody mentioned, so I don't know.
yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys.
yeah.